Matt Boss, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications at Dordt University, sitting down with head women's soccer coach Alex Durbin. And coach, as you reflect on the 2020 season, it was a unique season with COVID, but when the season came to a conclusion, you finished eighth place, made the conference tournament. Reflect on last season for us.
Yeah, overall, good first season. I mean, obviously, as a first year head coach, lots of challenges are brought about throughout the season, through a normal season, and with COVID, that throws a few more wrenches in the mix. So, overall, from the competitive side, our athletes did a good job making the GPAC tournament. That's an accomplished for sure, but it's a good starting point for us to really build some big program changes, I think, as we continue to grow this program into what I think it can become. So. Exciting to see. I think we dropped a few games last year that we probably didn't need to drop. That could have bumped us up into potentially seventh position and could have given us a first easier round of the GPAC tournament. But at the end of the day, the women's side of soccer last year was probably as even as it had been in years past, and the competition was fierce and it was competitive, which is exciting.
Looking at the stats wise, defense looked to be a strength, 6 shutouts for your squad, giving up just over 1.5 goals per game. Talk about that and talk about other strengths that you saw from your team.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't lose a game if you don't concede a goal. So to have that stat, that's a huge start, and it's exciting that we have a freshman in goal last year who improved tremendously through the first beginning stages of the season, and she started out as our third string and became our first string in the first month and a half. And it's exciting to see her back on the field, and we got another 2 goalkeepers this season through the preseason that are challenging for that spot. So it's an exciting spot to be. I think for sure we'll strive to do that. At the end of the day, you don't concede, you can't lose. But I think one thing we got to do better is put the ball in the back of the net. You also can't win games if you don't score them. So we created plenty of opportunities last year, and unfortunately didn't quite find the back of the net probably as much as we could have. So hopefully this season, that's definitely something we continue to improve on.
Hopefully, we won't have to deal with COVID again this year. But what were some of the unique challenges dealing with COVID last year? Just to have a season and practice and travel. I mean, that's a victory in and of itself.
Yeah, and to be fair, our program last year didn't have one game that we had to postpone or cancel to another date, so that was exciting. But yeah, just from the relational side of things, especially between varsity and JV, having both programs, obviously we're still one together. Unfortunately, last year we had to do so many things apart. It didn't seem like we were one cohesive group all the time and weren't able to do the team bonding and the team chemistry type things that hopefully we'll be able to do this year. So I think that's definitely one thing I'm really looking forward to in the hopes that we have a normal semester.